Today we have Elizabeth Austin-Benard. You're a practitioner on QHHT, and you're also through the Past Life Awakening Institute, a certified hypnotherapist, past life therapist, between life therapist. Is there anything you'd say to QHHT people?
I think this is their next step. I think that all that they've learned and used in the QHHT is tremendous. It's a tremendous basis. But QHHT is like a very general, beautiful process, whereas the series of sessions that you've suggested is a beautiful way to focus on specific issues that allow the client to have a deeper understanding of themselves. I do love clinical hypnotherapy, which is about the present life issues. That seems to be so significant and can really help the client deal with things that have happened to them. And
from the Past Life Awakening Institute training point of view, we've got hypnotherapy and past life to be able to do whichever one comes up. Let's not dictate that it must be in this life or a past life. How do you balance that as a QHHT person so that QHHT people can understand why it may be useful to bring in this other modality and how they can work side by side?
When I get calls for QHHT sessions, I know exactly what they are expecting. And that's a 4.5-hour marathon session, but it's very good. But it depends on what they are needing. The past life regression therapy that Past Life Awakening Institute that you've created, I think is so interesting. Because, in fact, I frequently have clients who want both. QHHT is general, but it's impactful. The Past Life Awakening Institute is very interesting and very specific, and the client goes through and processes so many emotions that they are amazed, not only with the events that their subconscious remembers from this time or perhaps from another lifetime, but it's the feelings and how they are applicable to the issue, the primary issue that they're presenting. It's not only empowering to them, it's empowering to me. I get to see them feel so much better.
The methodology that I teach is 3 to 5 sessions spaced out once a week. That's just a logistical contrast to QHHT, which is often a one-off mega session. So is there anything you tell people who are interested in doing healing work?
Take a course. See how the poetic metaphors are used throughout your courses. See how you can help the clients identify through their subconscious mind the direction that they can go. You can help others heal.
The way that I train in the Past Life Awakening Institute, it's really just you doing assignments with active clients and then having mentoring sessions with me. So how did you find the actual training process with me?
Well, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Your organization was so well done, and there was elegant simplicity in the instructions. And the fact that you were so available, I would schedule a mentoring session and discuss the results of those clients, those 3 or 4 clients with you. So I could trust the process, that I wasn't going to go one way when I should go another way. So I learned the best way to help guide the client. And there was only benefit for the clients from the beginning. You're right. There's a significant difference between the training of QHHT and PLAI. That's why QHHT are regression practitioners, whereas PLAI, your graduates are therapists. Course manuals and videos also were, the whole training curriculum was impressive. It's kind of like you're the graduate school.
That is another point of differentiation, or one thing I really encourage is that all the mentoring that I do is with real clients. A lot of modalities do 30, 40 demonstration or free sessions with people. And I don't encourage that, partly because by the time people, as you say, mine's kind of more like a graduate school or a next step. So I would say at least half of students are already experienced QHHT graduates, experienced psychologists, experienced healers in some degree or another. So it's not too much of a stretch at all that as they're learning and being mentored and paying for the mentoring that I provide, they're getting paid by their clients that are actually also their assignments. And certainly at the road to, well, when can I actually do this? When I graduate, will I be able to be a therapist? I'm like, honey, you can do it during it. You've got enough of the background. You're getting this mentoring from me. And I don't want you doing it on, your mother and your sister-in-law. I want you to work with people that you don't know, that challenge and push you, that are going to be representative of the real clients that you have in the real world, with a mentor assisting you. I find that's just so important, that when you graduate, you come out fully fledged, right? And because a lot of people go through a lot of courses, they come out at the end, I've got a certificate, but I'm not sure if I can actually really do it. Whereas by the time they graduate my course, they've already been doing it. They've already done 30 real sessions and been paid for it a lot of the time. How do you find graduating? I was asked before we met, how are you doing? I'm pretty busy, but tired. That means, you're fully fledged and flying in your professional implementation of it.
No, it's beautiful. It's funny. One client asked me if I was getting bored. I don't feel like this can ever be boring because each client is so unique.
And I do hear from therapists, they apply the same technique. They're just running them through a technique or doing it to them, whereas we're eliciting it from them. And then it is fascinating and interesting as a therapist. It's just fun.
That's perfect. One of the clients said to me about 2 weeks ago, she said, how do you make it so unique? Your system is not cookie cutter, but you give us an outline and a framework and help the client and help the therapist elicit that which the client needs to process to get to the release, the transformation.
Beautiful.